I'm Eric Porter, and I'm a professional mountain biker. So my career started off in dirt jumping and slopestyle. I was trying to make it as a downhill racer, but I wasn't quite fast enough. Luckily, the slopestyle scene took off, so I competed on the World Slopestyle Tour for 8 years. After that, it was all film trips and content and media production. Now it's taken a turn towards YouTube and kind of self-production. A lot of different things. I have a lot of experience on the bikes with testing, so I work with my sponsors. I work with Diamondback a lot to help develop the new bikes. I work with them on the PR side of things as well. So when we have a new bike out, I'll go ride with magazine editors and show them the new bikes so that they can kind of understand it better from a rider's perspective and also from someone who was part of the design and testing process too. And then the main part of my job is still being in as much media as possible. I did an RV TV show on Travel Channel to where we checked out some RVs and then went on a little trip riding our mountain bikes with an RV with some friends of mine. I did an IMAX movie with Conrad Anker, the legendary mountaineer, and we rode our bikes in Moab. Just in the last few years, I've gone to Iraq and India, the Himalayas. The reason why we're going to places like that isn't to kind of show off, like, look where we can ride our bikes, but it's a way to connect with other people around the world. If you ride up to a little village in the middle of nowhere on a bike, you have an instant connection with them and they want to talk to you. They want to know how you got there, what you're riding. They want to hop on your bike and take a lap around, and so you can really experience the culture that way. I've always played a large role in the production of the videos that I do. I can either sit around and wait for someone to ask me to go somewhere, or I can make it happen, and I'm not one to sit around very much. I started taking YouTube serious when Seth was added to the Diamondback team by our team manager Bryce at the time, and he saw something in Seth and the way that he was connecting with the consumer and just the mountain bike audience. But it took me a long time to wrap my head around how I would start a channel and how I would talk to the viewer. This March, when COVID hit and everyone went into quarantine and lockdown, I put all of my efforts into YouTube because we can no longer travel around. We can't have filmers coming over all the time. So I had to figure out how to self-produce content that people wanted to watch. And it's been awesome. I've actually felt more freedom than ever before. I can say what's on my mind. I can portray mountain biking the way that I want to portray it. I can inspire people to get on bikes and have fun and do things their own way. And so that's part of why I've focused so much on YouTube, is because that's where people are watching mountain bike content now. Making YouTube videos is insane. I've had a few that went really well and right to plan and then edited pretty easy as well. For the most part, it takes way longer to do anything when you're filming it, especially filming it yourself, because you're changing angles, changing batteries, changing cards, thinking about what shots you need to tell the story, while I'm also trying to build something new in the backyard. And then on top of that, once you shoot everything, then it's at least another 2 full days editing that together and taking it from 2 hours of footage down to 10 minutes of a video that people will want to watch. It's pretty awesome having 2 kids that mountain bike. They're 8 and 10 now, and they're starting to hit bigger stuff, and they're scaring me, but it's also really cool to see them overcome their fears, and the confidence that mountain biking builds in a kid is like nothing else I've ever seen. A kid can roll up to a jump that they're scared of, and then they can safely work their way through the steps to safely hit that jump and have a good time, and then walk away with that feeling of accomplishment and confidence that they did something they were scared of. So the boys kind of ended up with a pretty big role on the YouTube channel this summer, and part of that is just because we're all together. I'm not traveling, they're not in school, and we're all doing things together all the time anyway. So they really kind of naturally ended up being in the videos, and it's something they've wanted to do too. They, like any other kid these days, they just love watching YouTube videos, and so they think it's really cool to be a part of. I always make sure that it's something that they want to be doing though. I'll never force them to be in a video. I'll never make them hit anything they don't want to hit. I try to keep the experience first and the filming second. This is my job, it's not their job. And if they're around me when I'm doing it and want to be a part of it, cool. If not, no problem as well. And so they're not going to be in every video. There's going to be a lot of videos that I do that don't involve them at all, but there's going to be a lot that they are a part of because they're a big part of my life and I ride with them all the time, and it's been really fun to do stuff with them. Going into the pandemic, I had about, I don't know, 8,000 or 10,000 subscribers, and was getting, you know, a few thousand views on videos. Every now and then something would go a little bit bigger. Once I focused on the backyard and really put the effort into creating higher quality videos and building things, it's gone through the roof. Part of it, kids are identifying with the kids and seeing them try something new and build something for themselves in the backyard. And part of it was the dads that are watching and the moms that are connecting with me and how I parent, which was also really cool to see. I really think mountain biking is a family sport. It's one of the few sports that the whole family can do together. That's something people have really connected with my channel. I think after the pandemic, things are still the same for me as a rider. I'm just more in charge of my content than ever before and putting it out through my channels. I think there's been a fundamental change now of how I'm doing stuff and where I'm putting it out. I think my career as an athlete, I'm still pushing myself and pushing the sport in new directions. I think that's part of what I really like about going to cool places, or even if it's not in another country, maybe it's somewhere, you know, in the backcountry of Utah and I'm doing a big ride that maybe we're linking together something no one's done before. I think I'll also do more trips with the kids because they're at a level now where they can ride a lot of stuff that I like to ride as well. Moving forward, the channel is going to be a combination of me doing videos that I want to do and riding places I want to go, but also doing stuff that they want to do if they want to be a part of it. If at whatever point they say we don't want to shoot, then they're off the channel. That's totally fine with me, because again, this is my thing. Mountain biking is also their thing, and I want to keep it their thing. I don't want mountain biking to them to be the thing that dad's making them do. I just want to keep it fun and natural for them. It's just showing people my take on mountain biking and hopefully inspiring people to get out and ride their bikes as well. That's really the main goal.